Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Doyz, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode Skyblock. Oh man, last time we got the Angel Ring, which allows us to fly. And today we get to automate some stuff, because I know how much that is always fun to watch. And yeah, that's pretty much going to be the rest of the series, because we need a lot of stuff. I was looking around at kind of where we're at and what we need to do. So, things we need to focus heavily on. Bees. 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 We need to focus on getting automation in magics. Things that would be nice to have are like maybe a little bit better automation with this guy. Which will come as we expand our farm. So that's something that is on my to-do list. Haven't done it yet, obviously, but getting brown mushrooms and we got brown mushrooms last time, I think, but getting brown mushrooms and then working towards getting all of our plants kind of multiplied into a huge tower of farms, and just working on getting basically as many extreme chilies as we possibly can, so that we can not only get plenty of power, which I will probably need to expand that at some point, but just plenty of everything. And that's kind of where we're at in this series. We just need to kind of ramp up production of literally everything. And automation is going to be a good part of that. So how are we doing on things down here? So let's see. Could use more processing stuff. Amy drives look pretty good. We could. This entire one's empty. Eventually, we're gonna need to expand that and all that kind of fun stuff. It's gonna be insane. We need a lot of stuff. And just to give you an idea, today we are going to be automating Tesseracts. Tesseracts are going to be super useful for multiple reasons. One, it's going to allow transfer of items very quickly. We don't have to pipe everything around, and things will be a lot faster and easier. This guy, the Ender Farm can be reset with Tesseracts and made to be a lot simpler, a lot easier to deal with, and rather than pumping things into here, we can pump things straight into our applied logistics system, and just all in all, it'll be a lot better. Power lines won't have to go literally everywhere, and all that kind of fun stuff. So we can clean up the base a lot and make things a lot better. Things I need to work on as well include getting more sand processed so we can get more electrotine, so we can get more solar panels. Yeah, we don't really have much electrotine, and that is a problem. And then eventually we'll automate things like, so we started looking at this a little bit last time, but automating the Arcane Olympics, we'll get that a little bit more automated, so that we can have basically anything we need. Any of the Cincha drops below a certain level, it'll be fine, so that we can automate even more stuff. But yeah, that is kind of where we're at, and having flight is going to make things a lot easier with that. We can easily fly around and build in the air. We have angel blocks, so that's not a problem, and we can get things done a lot easier. Now, I have some research to go ahead and. You lack the knowledge required to understand this. What? Hold on, I have the research. So talisman of... Okay, this is all Thalmic Tinkerer. And... Missing research, what? Whoa, whoa, whoa. What? I had this stuff, but now I don't. Is Kami unlocked? If I can spell unlocked. No, we need XP talisman, which I think is this. Okay, so now we should be able to do all this. And yeah, we already had all this stuff. I don't know why that happened. That was weird. But pretty easy fix. And we can get all of these different researches. And this is some pretty high level stuff. Icorium tools. The Ichor cloth strapped silverwood wand core is indeed a mouthful. That's a nice tooltip. But this is kind of key to what we need to do later. That is used in the Everlasting Guilty Pool. So Icorium adorned Ichor cloth strap silverwood wand requires the Icorium caps and all that fun stuff. So kind of nasty. Yeah, a little bit, but Icorium itself is not too terrible, other than needing the nether shards and the ender shards. I don't believe we've gotten either of those. And I really don't know how. So I'll have to look into that. That'll be things to worry about later. But we have the research done, so that is at least nice. Now, what are we going to do today? So, I am missing some stuff in my inventory. We don't need a watering can. We need... Actually, no, let's take the watering can back, because I realize we have space for it. Let's just have... I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Why am I fretting over this? Be a laser. Alright, so I went ahead and started putting stuff back in here. We still need a lot of enhanced Galgadorian metals blocks, which is a pain to get. We need pellets of RTG fuel, so we're going to need a bunch of iron plates, which should not be too much of a problem. We can go ahead and let that start getting run. And what we need to do is we need to start automating this stuff. Now, I think I said that I didn't want to. Well, too bad. We're going to have to. And the reason is we just need to. There's not really anything else. So, things that we need to automate include the metal former, and we'll see what else. But we're going to focus on getting the Tesseract today. So, how do we make a Tesseract? Well, the first thing you need is the Tesseract frame, which is pretty complicated. Let's see, do we have capacitors? We can make all tiers of capacitors. That is nice. So if we tell the system to make 2 octadic capacitors, we can do that, right? Yes. Now, ender electron tubes, lapis, and blazing electron tubes are things we're going to need. So we should probably tell the system how to make those. And in order to do that, we're going to need thermionic fabricators. We're going to need 3 of them. And here's the problem. They tend to like to use up power. They are a bit of a power hog, but that's okay. Let's make a couple thermionic fabricators. Thermionic fabricator, it's right there. So they're pretty easy to make. We just need some bronze gears, which in order to make those we need to cast them or metal press. So for these guys, let's teach the system how to make that. And that'll be nice and easy. So we'll get a bronze gear, and we need to make 3 of these guys. So for now, anyways, that is the plan. So do that. Tell it how to make it. So we got most of the gears now. We're gonna need 3 sets of these, so we're gonna need like 12 of them. And why do you not know how to make bronze? Copper and tin gives you 4 bronze. 1, 2, 3, 4. So something like this And this will go into alloy smelter. Induction smelter will be faster. So now we should be able to make 11 gears. And let's go ahead and tell the system to make just a good amount of bronze. That'll be fine. So we're going to need thermionic fabricators. We're going to need gold chests. So we're going to need some more of these. And let's see. Iron chest. We're going to need chests. So let's just come back here. Grab a stack of wood. We have plenty of wood to deal with, so that's at least nice. I can't do that. Dang it. Oh, that's right, because it's less wood. We should probably saw those, but oh well. So there's 3 of those. And then the gold will be made. How are we doing on bronze? We have the gears. Let's put the gold first. That way we get all that. So let's see. We need the sturdy casings. 1, 2, 3. And then the rest of these guys once we get that done. Now we're going to need some interfaces. Are we going to need an interface for each? We could filter it. That might be a better option. So maybe just one interface will work. And then we need to decide where we're going to put this. So ME cables. Get some glass cables. And where we have some channels, I think right over here would be awesome. So this line is probably pretty full. Smart. So let's get some smart cables here. Let's break that. Put that there. Just so we can see how many channels are being used over here. And we have 6 of 8. So we could add another machine. That would not be too bad. So I think let's go ahead and do that. Let's make sure we run this back. It's going over there, so it's this one. 6 of 8. Really? Oh, those don't connect. Okay, yeah, 6 of 8. So you know what? Let's just put it right here. And interface. Cool. So this is going to be our system for the thermionic fabricator. Now the trick with the thermionic fabricator, 1, 2, 3, perfect. The trick with these guys is they require glass, and then whatever you need to make them, we can set the recipe and then kind of forget about it. But the problem is we need to kind of set up a way so that they don't mess up. They're side specific, so we don't want to fill one side with, say, glass when it doesn't actually go there. So we'll set up the recipes. We'll need redstone. We'll need item ducts. Let's make 30 of those. That'll take a little bit, but that's fine. We're going to need servos. We'll need one more servo. Actually, we'll need more servos than that. Nah, we'll need four servos. And then we'll need filters. And just basic filters should work. So let's just get 3. I think we need 6 filters. I'm making this on the fly just for the record. So apologies if it doesn't work out too well, but I kind of know what I'm doing. It's just a matter of dealing with it. So I want to make sure. So let's come down here. And here's the issue. So first of all, the chest is going to go, let's see, right here is fine. We'll want some energy lines coming down. Actually, how do we want this? So item ducts here and here. Energy can go along the top. That's fine. So something like this. And we'll have the thermionic fabricators. So 1, 2, and 3. Now, here's the thing. These are sighted. So, for example, there is, let's just connect this and see where things go. So if we put a servo on here, which we're going to need, and we put redstone in there. Where's the redstone going to go? It goes there. Perfect. But if we put glass in there, oh no, it actually goes where it's supposed to. Okay, perfect. Never mind. This is a lot easier, and we should probably move this stuff. So let's get our wrench. We're going to pick these guys up, and we're going to place them right here, like so. And this way we can kind of save on space and supplies. So something like this, and something like this. Alright, so we don't need nearly as many filters as I made, but servos here, 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 and here, and filters here. Actually, there is a problem. We're gonna need, okay, I want to see something real quick. If we blacklist glass and then turn this on, and we'll just break that for right now. If I put redstone in here, it'll go there. If I put glass, will it still go in the top? It does. Cool. So what we can do is break that, and now we can move it back over. Alright, this is going to be a little bit more complicated, and there's a reason for it. We're going to need a crafting card, and no, actually no. What's a way we can do this without having to mess everything up? Because if we put glass in there, it will continuously draw power, and I don't really want that. Let's see. I mean, I could just do. I could do an interface for each. That would work, but that's gonna make more. So we could put a comparator on the chest, and if there's anything on the chest, it sets a timer where these activate until, I don't know. Should we just not worry about the draw power? I think that might be the best plan. So in that case, we are going to want to move these over, and we can just put them like this. That's fine. Let's keep a space. And what we'll want is, let's break this. We'll put this on top. This, actually, I want to make sure. I don't think this will connect. We'll see. If I put, we'll see what happens with this. So we'll want these guys, and then these guys. So on the top, we're going to need one more servo, but that is fine. And then we're going to want filters just on these three. So what's going on is we're going to be pulling out items. This will actually pull out only glass. And let's keep it on for right now. And then this guy will have a config for making glass. And we'll have a crafting card there so it can always store in glass. And I don't know if I need, let's take a full stack. I don't know if that matters, but we'll find out. So if there is a full stack of glass there, it's not going anywhere. Let's make sure that this is on. Let's see, arrows there. I want arrow. Do not push crafting items if inventory contains item. No, we want. We want this to be directed. I guess we have to hit this side. There we go. We want it to only place items to the right. Ignore. And that should start putting glass in. So if we put that back to high, there's still half a stack. If we put this down, does it put the glass in here? No. Good. We can put the pattern stuff in there, and then go ahead and just turn that back on. I realize these are also going to need power, so we'll have to do that from below. That's fine. And we'll get this set up. So this is just one part of this entire build that we need to do. So let's get this set up. So this will be not whitelist, and these guys will turn on, and we'll get this set up soon enough. So for the time being, let's just get a little bit of glass in each of these guys, and they will get once they get energy, which they should already have. I guess they need to have a crafting recipe in. That's good to know. And what we're gonna do something a little bit strange to fix some problems. So one, we're gonna need more glass cable. Let's also get another servo, and then we'll start setting up the recipes. So first of all, glass cable. I'm gonna come on down from here. There is another problem. How am I gonna fix it? This one is a little bit harder to. This is a little bit harder to do than I expected. We might want to actively. How many channels do we have on this guy? I think we have a lot of channels on that. Let's see. We put dense cables all the way over here. That could fix that. I've got to decide what to do about this. How many dense cables do we have? Can we make like 30 of those? No, we are missing nether quartz. That is a bummer. So what can we do about this? So the problem is all these recipes are going to require redstone, aren't they? So for example, if we're going to need ender, those don't. We're going to need blazing, that does, and we're going to need lapis, which does. So both lapis and blazing requires redstone, and we're not smart enough to divvy them up, if that makes sense. So we either add in another interface and separate those two, or we got to do some trickery. We could do something similar to this with the redstone, but these would fill up, I think. And well, let's find out. Let's find out. If we grab a stack of redstone, and I put it in, actually we'll need more than one stack. Let's just grab a bunch of redstone. And we'll see what happens when I do this. So that should start putting redstone in here, 16 at a time, and I think it's, no, it's not round robbing them. Alright, that's fine. Let's get rid of that. So it is going to try to fill it up. So what we can do is we put an odd number. Let's put 1 in there. Fill this one up with mostly cobblestone, which it will never use. And then that way, we can easily, whenever we give it a recipe, actually no, we're going to need one of the other items. Apologies, wrong way. And then we can do this. So we need one more filter. So we are going to need that one filter. And let's go ahead and get the blaze powder and the lapis. And we can go ahead and get this started. So, pretty easy. So what we need to do is we'll put a filter on this last one and tell it blacklist redstone. We don't want any redstone, so no redstone will go in there. And then we'll have filter whitelist blaze powder, filter whitelist lapis, and then we'll deal with that one in a little bit. And then what we need to do is just put one single blaze powder in this guy, right? Because he's blaze. And this guy's lapis, so one single lapis in there. And now if we put this, and I'm going to speed this up a bit. What we should see is those two fill up, and this guy gets nothing, which is what we want. That is perfect. So, oh yeah, that's where we need the other servo. Let's get that set up. So this should be everything we need to do. Now, if we teach the recipe to send in, it's going to put in 2 sets of glass. Well, it's going to do 2 sets of each thing, and the reason is because each piece of glass, when it melts, will generate 2 sets, 2 recipes worth. So let's go ahead and set this up. And it doesn't have any of the resources, but it will go ahead and start melting the glass. That's going to require power. That's fine. It's going to melt the glass. Actually, we don't need to then. And then it should fill back up. So blaze powder and this. Now that it has a recipe, it'll start melting. And yeah, I don't need to duplicate the recipe. So I was originally going to double the recipe and teach the system that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 1, 2 equal, I was going to do 10 and 4, but we don't need to. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gives us the lapis. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And then finally we need endstone and eyes of ender. So 1, 2 of those, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those gives us 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we just need to come down here and set the recipe up for this guy. So eyes and stone, and we don't need to do anything special here because we're not getting redstone to let's see, whitelist those two items. And then the last thing we need to do is just put a crafting card in that so it can make all the glass it needs. And that should be everything. One of these days I'm going to teach the system how to make crafting cards and all that kind of stuff, but that's fine. So with that in place, we can store those. And now, if we look at capacitors, we're going to need one of these. Yes, we're going to need one of these. We have everything, but if we want to, let's say, make a lapis, let's make one of those. We should see very quickly, in fact, it'll probably already be gone. Whoa, hold on, I messed up on the recipes for those two. We do not need to have the redstone. The redstone does not matter. It's getting the redstone from something else, so we can fix those like so. I need to remember to actually activate that. Alright, so that'll work. Perfect. And if we look at our lapis, we should have 180 again. Perfect. So that is capacitors automated, sorta, the first part of it. So we have those, the ender electron tubes. I believe we know how to make Enderium. We do. So all we need to do is automate. There's one last thing we need to automate, and that is the redstone chipsets. And then we need to automate the teleporters. And that's going to be fun. So redstone chipsets is the next thing. We're going to need another interface. And this one will be a little bit easier, actually. Sorta. So we can get rid of the filters. We're actually going to need two interfaces. But for right now, we're only going to automate the one thing. So we'll get to, if we need to automate any more of the laser assembly, what we'll need to do is actually make another assembly table. And that is not a problem at this point. That's actually really easy. So basically, how bad is it to make more lasers? That's something we'd have to set up another thermionic fabricator or just go make one. I'd probably do that manually. So we need an interface, we need some glass cable. I need to be on the right position. Let's go ahead and make like 30 more. We are missing nether quartz. So soul sand, can I make like 100 of that? And then I'm just gonna come down here and steal that for a second. How much sand do we have? We have no sand. That's okay. So what we need to do with this, the laser assembly, is pretty easy. We just put, let's see, I think I can break this guy and this guy. We'll get rid of all that. Hey, there's a thing literally right there. Let's follow it back. Goes all the way around. And it's the white 6. Okay. So let's go ahead and get a smart cable. It's always good to have those around. So there's a smart cable. We're gonna need ME glass cables. We're gonna need item ducts and servos. We're also gonna need redstone, single piece of redstone, and one of these guys. So the recipe is pretty easy. We're gonna teach it that 1 redstone equals 1 redstone chipset. And all we have to do is, if we put this in here, click that, it'll remember it. At any time it gets redstone, it will try to make it. And that's it. So we put this guy here. Put the recipe in there. Impulse item duct right here. And the hard part is controlling flight long enough to activate this. And connect that up. Now I'm going to go ahead and break this real quick, just so that I can add in a smart cable. And I just want to make sure that we're not over, it should be 7 if my tracking, it says 4. Oh, because there's 4 over here. 5, 6, 7. So yeah, 7 channels, perfect, that's fine. And we should be able to go ahead and make redstone chipsets. And there we go, it immediately goes off. It puts the redstone immediately in here, and then as soon as it's made, it will get sucked up and put into the system. So that is easy enough. If we need to make anything else, so for example, iron chipsets is something we might want. In fact, I think we're going to want it. Iron chipsets require redstone and iron. And the problem is, if you put redstone in here, it makes a redstone chipset. So that's not something we want. But that's okay for right now. We might be able to get away with it. I actually don't think we can, because the Tesseract requires the teleporter, which requires advanced machine casing, which requires iron chipsets. So we need to make another laser assembly, or assembly table, and we're going to need another interface. And let's see, we're going to need a gold gear. Let's get the assembly table. Now luckily it's pretty easy to do this. We just need the diamond, gold. Alright. We need 4 gold. And then all these diamonds. So luckily it's pretty easy to set this up. In fact, we can do it right next to this we can do it right here as well. It doesn't matter where anything goes. We will need some more cables. And this will be every channel we have available at this point. So on that line anyways. So once we have this hooked up, we just need to get iron, chipset, piece of iron, redstone, and the assembly table, which is super easy. Alright, so iron and redstone make an iron chipset. Fly over here. We'll put that there. This guy here, and we'll do that. So now this guy will receive iron and redstone, but it won't make the redstone chipsets. That is the trick. Now, as long as they're in range of these lasers, they both will work just fine. No problems. So that's the trick. That is the cool thing. It is a pretty simple trick, but you have to separate the 2 laser assemblies. That's the only way it works. Can we get some more glass cable? Yes. Alright, so now that we have that, we have the chipsets all automated. We can start working towards automating the teleporter. So first thing is the basic machine casing. We'll want one of those. And then we'll need an advanced machine casing. And for that we'll need steel, or refined iron actually. And we'll need to teach that how to make steel plates. So we'll just throw that in there. And this is a crafting recipe that's easy enough. So this will be turned into a steel plate. And we'll need 4 of those, but that's just a matter of putting that there. Oh, I already had a basic machine casing. So steel plates, we'll need 3 more of those. And we can go back to this. So now we can make the advanced machine casing. Now the problem with this is while the advanced alloys, so the advanced alloys and the carbon plates will require the compressor. This episode's getting a little bit long, so we will worry about that. We'll automate those 2 later, as well as anything else such as insulated copper cables. So that's not too bad. The only thing that's not going to be automatable is the rubber itself, but we can automate the carpenter as well. We'll just need to make another carpenter, and we'll set that up as well with everything. Could I put it over here? That is the question, because more stuff I can put here, the better off I'll be. So what are we making out of the carpenter? Circuit boards. No, it requires redstone. That is the problem. Does it have an internal inventory as well? Can we do the same trick? It does. Okay, we can do the same trick. So we'll just need another carpenter. The only difference is we'll need water as well. So let's go ahead and automate that, and then we'll go from there. So the carpenter requires some gears. And next episode we will start automating the IC2 stuff. So this shouldn't take too long. We're going to need gold, and it's 3 gold to make 1 thing. So 3 gold to make 1 circuit. And again, we'll have to have some more redstone conduit. Let's do 20. So you have 22. Let's do 22. Do we have the gears yet? Probably. And then the carpenter. Alright, and then reservoirs. How do we make the reservoirs again? We need fused quartz and 2 cauldrons. So we'll get this. This will make us infinite water, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So 1 and 2. Perfect. So we'll need another filter, and we'll need item ducts. That's right. Item ducts and filter. So this is pretty easy. Very similar to how we just set this up. Let's just go ahead and put the carpenter here. Break all those. Break that. And if we need to make more circuits for whatever reason, we just expand this. And here's the neat thing. We add our impulse item duct here. And we'll get redstone in here. We'll need to filter that without glass. And we'll just need 1 of those. So let's add the filter here. Blacklist glass. And we'll just dump all that stuff in there. We'll put that there. Now this guy also needs water. and I'm running out of sides to do things. So what we'll have to do, you know what? It might be smarter to run the cable here. So let's do just that. That way I can add water to the end of this guy and not have to worry about it. So don't know where that cobblestone went. Let's go grab a piece. And we're getting close to the end of the episode. This episode's been going on for a while, so it won't take too much more time to do this. We do need buckets as well. Bucket. 2 buckets of water. And we'll need fluid ducts. I forgot about that. So we'll need another filter. We will need fluid ducts and another servo. Actually 2. So it doesn't really matter the fluid ducts. We'll use temperate because why not? Like I said, it does not matter. And just go ahead and put cobblestone there. We'll put our reservoir here, fill it up with water, and servo, whoops, always active, impulse item ducts, starting here. We'll want another one here. With a filter, weightless gold, and just need to set that up. Cool. So we can get rid of that and that. We just need the energy, which again we will drop down. It's full of redstone. We'll drop down. We need to drop this down somewhere. I guess, like, let's do right here. And just drop down the pit. I did not mean to place that one there. So basically we just need to wire it up. And there we go. So now we should be able to request intricate circuit boards at will. So send that there. It'll craft it, and then it takes a second to craft, I do believe. And we'll come back to that in just a second. I'm going to grab some more cobblestone. So what is going on? It should have crafted then. So we should have 9 of them in there. Circuit, we do. So that works. So let's take a look real quick at what all we have left to automate with the Tesseracts. So we have everything on here except for the teleporter. For the teleporter, we need to get the advanced machine casings. We need to automate our compressor. We need to just automate actually nothing on this. We might eventually need diamond ore, diamonds to be turned to diamond dust, but that should be bad. We'll probably have to pulverize silver. So maybe a couple pulverizing things, but that's easy enough. The advanced circuits we just need to get the circuit plates, the actual circuits, and the insulated copper cables. So we'll need wires, and that's it. Cool, perfect. So then we can automate, like just tell the system to make 15 Tesseracts if we wanted. I don't know why we'd want to, but we can. So we're going to want to automate the compressor and the metal former. So I might go ahead and move these two machines over here. And yeah, I don't know how to do it. We might move those up. And then see, the metal former is going to get copper. We could do some fanciness where we can automate both of them with just one. So I might not worry about it too much. Or we make more machines. I think for now we'll keep those two. And if I need something else, we'll worry about it then. But that's going to be it for this episode. Lots of automation. And this stuff took decently long because it's tricky. It's not super easy to do. A lot of filtering and making sure that things go certain places and whatnot. But I will need to keep an eye on the power. But we seem to be just fine. We are draining power, but that's normal. It doesn't seem to be super terrible or anything. So the plan is I am going to work on getting 10-10-10 crops, the mushrooms, and start building up a farm or two. And next time we will automate the rest of the stuff to make Tesseracts and make my life a lot easier. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!